fun. All right.
Okay.
Out
Oh,
of
sorry.
business.
All right.
No
Knock it
more
out, Nate.
no more goddamn
My bad.
fun in it. Jesus
You
Christ.
used
This
up
is
all your
serious.
laughs.
Prepare to die.
Amigo
Yeah.
Montoya.
All right. Well,
Here.
I was going to do a longer recap for Teresa because she's out with jet lag. I'm not going to bother with a longer version. And I felt like if I recapped the information you got last time, I'd either have to do everything or only the shit that actually matters, which would give away what's important. So, the recap was very short. Returning to the surface, the team leader arrived on a hover motorcycle and was brought up to speed. The Fallopians examined A-172, their robot, and determined that it had fought some kind of lizard. They searched the area. They had the body of the Brindle. Wait. Yeah, I gotta look at this a little bit more. But anyway, you guys returned to Concord Station, had some spaghetti.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I brought up
I forgot about that.
I'm missing some of the stuff that I to be here, but that's okay. And then Montgomery. I was sitting here trying to think of Nate's name the whole time. Montgomery met with Langley and was told that he had to send a message back to Nebula Corporation headquarters. He did so, and you guys then dispersed and asked a bunch of questions and got a bunch of answers, and that was pretty much it. So after the theme song, we're going to roll into what we do next.
Shit.
All right, I think I played that quieter than I usually do, but I found the thing I was looking for during the theme song. I'm not going to bother with any sound right now. Okay, so Concord Station. So what I wanted to remind you guys about, I found the rest of the recap that I couldn't find before, so since it's short, I'll just read the rest of it. On the way back to Concord Station, they managed to keep safe from a solar flare due to some quick work by Bell and a warning from Bellows. When they arrived at Concord Station, they had some spaghetti, and Montgomery had a conversation with Victor Langley, the current officer in charge of the station. Then they split up to collect information. Stone learned some details about the mining sites from the head of the station's medical bay, Dr. Reese. Montgomery sent a message back to Nebula Corporation HQ, informing them that the Fallopians had the situation under control for now. Thorne reviewed the station's communication logs. Vermis and Bell questioned the acting director of the Mining Control Center, Rogers. Will Gibbs determined that the most recent delivery of vortite from the mines was missing from the logs. And so what I was going to say to Teresa, and you guys can, this is, I guess, just a reminder so you don't forget, is that you hadn't yet looked at the logs from the Pantheris robot. You were going to look at those videos, and while you guys were at the mining headquarters, you didn't ask anything about the guy who said he saw a nest. So I don't want you guys to forget that before you leave the station, just because those were two things you said you were going to do. But anyway, we've got
Okey-dokey.
one group is at the living quarters. One group is at, what is it? E? Defensive systems. One
We're at the
group
command
is
center.
at the command center. So which group should go first? You guys can decide as a group.
We'll go first at the command center.
Sounds good.
Hey, Stone. I just got in there. I'm assuming because that's how we ended. You find anything in here?
Not yet. I also just arrived.
Okay.
You heard my messages over comms from last few minutes here.
It was kind of scratchy. What was it?
I learned some information from the doc over there. I had I checked to see if the other group could ask about the miners from those other nests, and then and Vortite collection, and then I came here to find out if we could look through the incident reports to see if there's anything suspicious going on, or glean any information off of those.
Good idea. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Let's check it out.
So who's here?
You guys have access to the command center, and when you get into kind of the main room, there are what's it called? Like a reception desk that nobody's at, and then a hallway that requires you to enter your computer clearance to get in the door.
Okay.
And that's it. There's nobody here. There's like a waiting area. So there's like a couch and a little table.
There's no sign telling us what to do if there's no one here.
Well, it looks like there's supposed to be somebody sitting at the reception desk, but there's no one at it.
Is there a bell or anything I can ring?
Sure.
Okay.
Well,
I'll try that first.
I doubt I have a bell.
Nate's got it.
Bing. I tried so hard. That's pretty good too.
Yeah, that's the sound it makes when you press it.
I don't think anyone's here right now.
No. You press the little bell and it goes.
Huh. What a weird bell.
Should hit that again. All right. I want to look at the reception desk area, like behind it or whatever. And then also, like, as we're scanning, I know you just told us it looks like we can just scan our way in. Is that something that's obvious?
Yeah. The reception area. I mean, it looks like there's a pad of paper and a pen, as well as like the standard communication like radio system on the wall. Not quite an intercom, but a thing like that with a computer terminal. But like the reception area doesn't go anywhere else. Like there's a door to get back there, but it's empty. You get in from the room you're in.
Gotcha. Let's see if we can just get through here. And I want to use my clearance to try to open the door.
What's your clearance?
Hi.
Yeah, you just get in. The door opens.
Nice.
Come on in.
I'm not sure I would have gone through.
Yeah. So you go in, and down this hall, you see there's like 4 different rooms. And I mean, I don't have this all the way thought out, but one of them says like director on it, and the plaque that had been there with the name has been removed.
That looks interesting. Want to go check that place out? Or is it?
Might as well start there.
Let's cruise on in room number 1.
Yeah. So you just open the door and go in, and Langley's in there at a computer, and he's got like notes all over the place. and he like looks up and sees you, and says, "Oh, hey, how'd it go with the message?"
Good as far as I can tell.
Okay, well, great. I assume they're gonna want updates, probably daily, and I just figure tomorrow after you go out and come back, you can send another one when you get back.
Yeah. We were just kind of searching around, trying to get some more information. What else is in this place? I don't want to bother you too much.
I mean,
As far as this building here.
yeah, I mean it's where information that isn't generally available is located, and it's got my office and the assistant director's office in it. It is just kind of the mission control like center. This is where like our override systems are located, and where we can access some of the more critical internal sensors and camera systems and stuff like that. But a lot of that's also located at the security office as well.
Okay. Stone, is there anything you want to ask him about?
Well, I wanted to see if you could point us in the direction of the incident reports that come through here. I just wanted to see if there's anything I can find out about the situation that might help us. And I also wanted to ask you about the protocol to the aliens that have been, or the dead bodies from the aliens that you found. I guess we just want to find out if there's reasoning behind that, or if it's just from up above and you don't know yet. I was hoping you could maybe shine some light on that.
He taps a few buttons on a data pad, hands it over to Stone, and says, "Yeah, I mean, as far as the incident reports relating to the aliens go and everything, all that's on there. It's got the recordings we made from the aftermath of the attacks and the logs for what we did with the bodies and everything. Yeah, and then as far as the protocol with the bodies, I mean, it's just what Nebula Corporation told us to do. Didn't give a reason. They just told us to do it, so we do it."
Okay, so they don't actually suspect there's radiation; they're just doing it in case there is.
No idea, but
Okay.
we haven't detected any.
Okay, I figured I should just make sure before I wrote it off.
Yeah, I mean, and I wasn't going to just ignore their order because number one, that's how you get fired or worse. Number
Mhm.
two, for all I know, there's some type of radiation out there they know exists that our machines can't pick up. I don't know.
So I may end up breaking that protocol. Just to warn you, I'll take full responsibility for it. But in order to find out what's going on here, I think we have to do our due diligence in finding out the details on each body. Of course, I'll be as safe as possible, and even try to quarantine the body so that nobody else is affected. But I wanted to let you know.
Okay, I mean, I prefer you didn't bring it back here in case there is radiation. But I mean, you guys got to do what you got to do to solve the problem.
I'll let you know as soon as something happens that we need to report to you, so that you can be prepared for any aftermath.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I want to check out these logs.
Is this typically where we can find you? Do you have like a sleeping quarters, or do you just always sleep in the? Yeah. Where can I find you typically?
He like points over at his couch. He's like, "Well, lately I've been sleeping right there."
Gotcha.
I spend a lot of time in here, mainly because no one else is actually authorized to get down this hallway anymore except me. No one else has the clearance.
I just smile at him.
But because I don't want Thorn to kill me, I've been spending a lot of time at the communications array, taking shifts from Olivia Grant.
I giggle. Okay. You don't have to worry about Thorn. Keep doing your job. You're doing good.
I think that's pretty smart.
I'm just trying to make him feel better, man.
Oh, sorry.
All right, sounds good. I'm good here. Unless you want to go somewhere else, Stone inside here.
Are you gonna
Well, I'll-
review that in the room with him, or are you gonna leave?
I was going to
Oh,
ask him
right.
if he wanted me to go somewhere else or if he.
He
I might
stopped
have
paying
follow up
attention.
questions.
He
stopped
stopped
paying
paying attention. He's got a lot to do.
I'm going to go find a place to sit down and go through it then, whether it's a lobby or
Might have some leftover spaghetti.
another room, so I don't have to get clearance again.
Okay. Let's see. So the logs that he pulled up for you, let's see. Of the sets, one is entitled Aftermath. Like there's a set of logs inside that folder. Another one is entitled Bodies, and another is entitled Mining Sites.
Okay.
So which one? Which one do you want to start with?
Well, I want to ask you quick. Does anybody of our group have like something similar to this tablet? Somewhere I can send information if I need to.
No, but I did add it to the equipment that you guys can take.
Okay.
I added data pad to the list of items that players can take.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, right now nobody has.
All right. I'm just thinking for a second.
Doesn't seem like he wants that one back. Like he let you just take it.
Okay. Good. Should I add it to my equipment then?
So you have his iPad. It's got all his music on it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have room, Stone.
Yeah, I should have. I never added anything else when we got the extra slots. So,
Okay. Perfect.
what? How many slot is it? One slot, probably.
I don't remember.
I can just look.
Yeah, it's one slot. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, Joe.
I'll start with.
You
the
don't have to
Aftermath
worry
one.
about. You don't have to worry about Thorn. 2 hours later, blah 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 blah
I
blah.
know. I was trying to make him
it's
feel
2 slots. okay.
comfortable.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be smarter to be careful with
Definitely
it.
avoid my man over
Thorn
there.
gets him close. That was my spaghetti.
So let's check out the Aftermath.
Okay, Aftermath. There are some recordings of the aftermath of the attacks, and they look as described for the most part. Claw marks and bites are evident on the bodies, though it doesn't look like anyone was ripped apart like was described to you. Make a senses. Where's my fucking sheet? Where's my fucking sheet?
How do you do on senses
Oh.
my fucking shit?
Roll a d6, Joe.
Maybe I didn't. Senses perception. I guess, yeah. Are you good at technology? No. Yeah.
Am I good? No, that's my worst thing.
So as a flip.
So
phone.
perception then?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a +1 as well.
Nice.
That's a good roll.
What'd you get?
17.
17.
Jesus. Looking at the video, you see that there are gun and laser impacts all around. In the video,
Okay.
and
Where
you notice
where is this?
what?
Where is the attack? Do we know?
it's a mining site. You don't recognize it, so you just know that it's not Mirror Delta. And you notice that some of the dead bodies actually have gun and laser.
Okay.
Not a lot of them. Not a lot of them, but there are some.
Some of the alien. Oh wait, no aliens were killed, right? So it had to be human bodies.
Yeah, it's all human.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
You also note that even though there are slashes and bites, it doesn't look like anybody got like eaten. Like there are bites, sure, but like they didn't rip pieces off.
Okay, might want to show this to Terrell later, and maybe even Thorn. All right, is that all I can glean off of that part?
That's all you do glean, yes.
Okay. All right, let's look at the bodies section.
So the body section is a log. The log shows that there are 28 dead and 8 missing but presumed dead. It was originally when you got here. So that's 36 people. There had been 30 on the list, but they've increased it to the total of 36 because you reported the 6 people at the Mirror Delta are dead. Of the 22 recovered bodies, it notes that all their clothes and equipment were incinerated and that they've been put together in a mass grave outside the base inside a lead case.
I just want to make sure I heard you right. The 6 presumed dead were the ones we left at the mine?
No, there's 8 missing but presumed dead.
And were those the ones at the mine that we were at, or no? Did you not say that?
So 22 bodies were recovered and buried outside the base. 6 were from the mine, and then the other 8 are just missing and presumed dead.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry.
That is what the log showed.
Okay.
Which would mean there's only 24 people left at the base.
Okay.
But it doesn't mention that because that's not what this log is about.
All right. I'll move on to the mining sites log.
So the mining sites log is mostly information that you had already gotten from the doctor. Everything about the Mirror Delta you already know. The Scarp Fall, I'll read it off again in case people don't remember. The Scarp Fall is a cliff leading into a ravine. Erosion caused by the ravine has revealed vortite crystals along the sheer cliff walls, low enough down the wall to make access difficult, but high enough to make it dangerous. 4 days ago, the miners were attacked by aliens. They are presumed the miners there are dead. However, if the aliens are collecting the vortite there, it would be especially difficult for them to do so. And so the station, Concord Station, the Nebula workers have specifically stayed away from there since the attack has happened, so they haven't even investigated it. And then meanwhile, Redstone Cradle was attacked 5 days ago, but no one was there when it happened. When the miners arrived, all the machinery there had been destroyed, and all the collected and exposed vortite was gone, so the miners fled back to Concord Station. And then Mirror Delta, like I had said before, was the one location they were continuing to mine, and they considered that the most important because that's where they were collecting water.
Montgomery's been with me the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Do you think we should ask Langley about the gun and laser impacts on the bodies? Or should we keep this a secret from him for now? It's weird that he didn't mention this. Is he not here?
Nate?
Damn it! I was all in character too. My mic was muted.
Oh,
I was saying, no, let's keep this to ourselves for now.
okay.
And we'll, it is kind of interesting he didn't bring that up.
Yeah, I'd like to at least have Terrell and Thorn look at it for
Yeah, absolutely.
just because if he somehow erases this data later, if we're not supposed to see it,
Yeah.
or someone does in general, Langley may just not know.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe he didn't even notice, but I don't
We
want
need to keep everything open.
Let's just hold on to that for now without letting him know anything.
I really learned most of this about the mining sites, so we definitely need to go to those other two.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I don't know if the other group found out about the nest. I don't think they did.
If you guys are going to move on, you can wait to decide until we do the other people. Well, actually, I said this was the last thing tonight, so it'd have to be tomorrow that you do something. So the two of you would have to go back to the living quarters.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
'cause
head
it's
back
too-
with
it's
I'll
too
take the
late.
tablet with me.
Yeah, I'll cruise back. I would hey everybody, we're heading back to the living quarters if anyone's still out there. Not there.
All right, Thorn and Bell. You guys again are at. I forgot already. The engine, no, the defensive systems.
Defensive systems.
So you get there, and the external door to defensive systems has a security panel along with an intercom.
All right, I buzz the intercom.
Yes, who is it?
Yeah, this is Thorn. Can you open the door? Let us in. Open the door and go on in.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have the buzzer sound. Nate, make the buzzer sound. Better than what I did. That's
Better than I thought.
Damn, now my throat hurts.
no. The buzzer
Please,
the buzzer
be-
goes.
Never mind. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you guys walk in. There appears to only be like 2 rooms in this place. This first room is like full of lockers, and it must be where like people do their whole suit up montage. And then the next room seems to be like the control area. And there's 2 people in here, and you recognize both of them. One is Vaughn, the guy who accompanied Langley in the cafeteria this morning, and the other one is Sidorov, who was the guy that set you up with the rover. The only other guy you know of that's part of this group is Bootlip. And the last you saw him, he was refueling the rovers.
Okay. Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah, Vaughn comes over to you. Oh, pretty good. We're just doing checks of the area. To be honest, I'm surprised that with all the attacks that have happened, that we've never actually had an attack on the station itself, considering this is where our reactor is. You'd think if they're looking for energy that they'd be attracted to it, but we've never gotten anything on camera.
What kind of defenses does this base have?
We've got a few automated turrets and security drones. And then obviously you guys have had the Pantheris.
Yep.
And then used to have more people as part of the security detail, along with some others with security training who worked in other departments. And over time, we've lost all of them because they were acting as security for the mining groups that all got killed. And so lately, we've been running training exercises with everybody who's left, so that at least everybody knows how to shoot a gun.
Right. Do you have any kind of sensors that would just pick up something approaching the base?
Yeah, we've got motion sensors.
Okay. And you said they've never gone off or anything for any of these aliens, right?
No, we've never had them set off by anything unexpected, except maybe a few Sindels here and there.
A few what?
Sindels, they're little lizard creatures.
Oh, okay. And are you in charge of security around here now?
No, I always have been.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm one of the few directors of a department that didn't die.
So how many actual security personnel are left here? Is it just you or
Just the three of us.
the three of you? Okay.
We don't
Yeah,
request
well-
reinforcements.
I think we are the
Well,
reinforcements.
yeah, that's you guys.
Well, we're extermination, but I mean, wouldn't you need people to stay here on a long-term basis?
We need lots of stuff. We need astrometeorological equipment. We need a shipment of water, since it seems like we're not going to be able to recycle water anymore. We need better defense systems, especially since once the other corporations find out about this place, we're probably going to end up getting attacked by the other corporations, because they'll want to steal this place from us. We need tons more personnel, like lots more miners, better mining equipment. So yeah, we need lots of stuff. We've
What
asked
kind of
for it.
what kind of logs do you guys keep in defensive systems? Got like any weapon logs, any mission reports, anything like that?
I mean, they'd have incident reports, but I don't personally have a list of that. I mean, the incident reports would be basically an explanation of how the 28 dead and 8 missing ended up that way. No, so let's see. We know about the 8 and we know about the 6. So that leaves us with 22. So I'd say that it's like 4 other incidents that happened. And all of the other 4 were like on the road in between the mining locations and the station.
Okay. And
So I mean, he could bring that up and show that to you. Weapon logs. I mean, yeah, I guess they'd have a weapon log of what weapons they have and when they've gone out. I would say that currently, yeah, the weapon log right now that he would show you that currently everyone on station is armed, because that's the new protocol because of the alien.
So, remind me, has anyone survived any attack?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. So no one's ever seen who was attacking and survived to talk about it. Okay. Do the rovers have cameras?
No, the rovers don't have cameras built into them, but the Pantheris does.
Did we? I can't remember. Did we access the video of that?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, as soon as we get more supplies, one of the plans is going to be to actually build some structures at the mining sites. Right now, you probably saw Mirror Delta. All that has is the storage tank for the water. There's a shack that some of the miners built at the Scarp Fall that they put like a stove in and some sleeping cots. Like that's it. That's out there. We're still early on in this whole process, so we got a lot more to put up, and cameras was something that we just hadn't gotten to.
Yeah. So, who on base could we talk to about seeing the video from Panteras?
I mean, if you just hook a data pad up to it,
Okay.
you guys
I
already
can
have
do that.
authorization.
Yeah. I say you're able to do that, Bell.
Yeah, I can take care of that.
Did you say he does have authorization?
Yeah, you guys already have control of it. Like you can command it.
Okay, great.
Do you have cameras for the Vortite storage?
You mean like? Yeah, we got a camera on the door.
Yeah. Do you have logs for that I could take a look at? Like last week or thereabouts?
Yeah. Pulls up the log for the past week. Let me think about what all would be on there. So make a census perception check.
Oh, Anything +2.
So there have in the past week there have been 2 times that the vault was accessed. One was, I can't remember how long ago I had said that the miners should have dropped off another shipment. But whenever that should have been, on the log, you see Langley open the area and 2 guys bring a crate into the vault, and you recognize the 2 as 2 of the dead guys from the mine.
Okay.
And when they and Langley stays outside, and then when they come back out, they don't have the crate with them anymore, so they've left it inside. And I guess what you notice is that there's something off about the 2 guys' faces that you can't put your finger on. Like you're not sure what it is that's off.
Different than when they went in, or I didn't see their faces when they went in?
When they went in, it was harder to see. You're getting a clearer look when they come out because they aren't like carrying something together anymore. And then the second log is Langley again opening the door, and there is a woman in a lab coat who goes in and then comes back out with a Vortite crystal, and then he closes the door back up and they walk away. And that was say like 2 days ago.
Hey, on this first log, if they weren't no Vortite came in that day, what do you know what they would be putting in there?
He looks at the log and he's like, "Well, that's two of the miners, so they would have been delivering Vortite."
Who's a woman in the second log?
It's Dr. Vasquez. She is the director of the Energy Studies Lab.
Pretty common that she's getting Vortite for research purposes.
I mean, I don't keep track of how often people are taking Vortite out, so I don't know if it's normal, but hey, we do study Vortite here in the Energy Studies Lab and the Vortite Analysis Lab.
Yeah, but the Vortite vault, well, it's a vault, so it's obviously important. Don't you guys used to, at very least, used to keep an eye on it and run security, make sure no one that wasn't supposed to be accessing it would?
Yeah, but Langley just tells us before he's going to go in there or not, since he's the only one that can access it anymore.
Okay.
So he
Oh,
let
he's
us
the
know.
only one, huh?
But yeah, everybody else that had clearance is dead.
What if Langley dies?
We can't get in anymore.
Shouldn't there be someone else?
There were a lot of people.
Is Langley able to grant access to it?
No, he just in general doesn't have the authority to do anything like that because he was fourth in line. So I presume that Nebula is going to send us a new director at some point.
Well, they don't plan very well.
I mean, I think it's just a matter of the distance.
All right. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, it's late.
Yeah,
Well,
so time for bed. Yeah, I'm good.
all right. Before I go, can I just look at the weapon logs one time and see if I notice any anomalies? Anything out of the ordinary?
Sure. Let's have you make a. Yeah, it can be census perception.
Plus 3. So 10.
And so you look through the log, and there doesn't seem to be anything that stands out. It looks like there wasn't a lot of logging out weapons as of several weeks ago, and then all of a sudden there was a lot of logging out of weapons, but like you know why. So
Right.
but it's not like people are taking like bazookas and shit. Like it's mostly pistols and assault rifles.
Are all the weapons accounted for?
Yeah, there's
Well-
nothing missing.
What about weapons that people were carrying when they were killed? Were those recovered or no?
And those are destroyed.
What do you mean?
We were told to destroy any equipment or clothing that was on people when
Okay, but-
when they died.
So they were all found and destroyed, or were some missing?
Well, in the log, we just marked them all as destroyed. I guess I can't actually be sure because we didn't go gun by gun. make sure none are missing. You think the aliens stole some of the guns?
My God. It's possible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you were looking to see if every gun if anything is exactly accounted for in terms of it getting destroyed, that would be a fuck up on our part.
Yeah.
We don't know.
All right.
It frankly wasn't something we considered.
Maybe going forward, you should try to set that up.
Yeah,
Was missing?
man. What's your
Have a good
theory?
night. Well, I just I don't know where the weapons are, and so whatever's out there, I don't know if they know how to use the weapons, but if they have some of them, it one gives us an idea of something that they might use against us, and two also gives us a sense of their level of intelligence and
Okay,
just
well, if it,
their ability.
if it makes you feel any better, there's nothing that could be missing that would be any more dangerous than like a pistol or a rifle.
So nothing more dangerous than a lethal weapon. Got it.
Right. Nothing more dangerous than the 25 weapons you brought with us that we don't have in our logs.
That makes me feel. No, it didn't change anything.
All right. I'm just
All
saying,
right.
if it was intelligent aliens who know how to use weapons, they could have brought their own.
And potentially they did, but now they have some of ours as well. Potentially.
Sure.
Adios.
Right.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Kiss you on the forehead.
Just kind of mumble it as I'm walking out the door. Love you.
No kiss from me, thanks.
Okay, Terrell Vermis and Gibbs, you guys are at the living quarters, and I don't remember what you were doing. I'll speak at once.
hour later.
I think we were. I at least was just gonna have a little lay down.
Okay, so you weren't going to talk to me.
Can't hear you, Monique.
I don't know. No.
He's muted.
You're muted.
The rest too.
In Discord.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was sleeping.
Okay,
Literally.
All right, so everybody goes to bed, and we're just going to the next day, right?
I'm good with that.
Besides sharing whatever is on the tablet to whoever would want to know.
Yeah, do you want to do that now?
I'd be
in
laying
case
next to
there's
you
something
watching
somebody
it.
wants to do?
Yeah, could I
Laying next-
show the people that I want to show this stuff?
laying next to him on
Yeah.
the toilet?
Get some thoughts.
So Stone's taking a shit. Montgomery's in the tub, laying next to him.
Wait,
I
let me
want-
see that again.
I want to wake Terrell's ass up and talk to him and Thorn for a minute.
All right.
So I showed them the aftermath logs that show the claw marks, the bites, the fact that there's no ripping apart of bodies, and then the gun and laser impacts that are also on some of the bodies.
I fucking knew it.
So do you think you were just in the weapons room, right?
Yeah.
Do any of these impacts look like a weapon they wouldn't have?
That's a good question.
Is there anything-
Okay. Make a census guns check.
I can have Thorn do that since I'm showing him, right?
That's who I'm talking to.
Okay, good.
All right. So
You asked him to look at it. I called for
Okay.
a check. And you were like, I want him to do it. I'm like, yeah.
Well, I was talking to you, so I didn't know.
I know. I didn't specify.
Jesus Christ.
A 9. Fuck, that's a partial success. There isn't anything that's obviously different, but that's all you get with a partial success. Like, there's no, I don't know, grenade marks, right? There's no flamethrower marks. There's no, like, it all looks like bullets and bullets and maybe lasers.
Can I tell
But in
if they
terms of-
were?
Go ahead.
Can I tell if they were post-mortem or ante-mortem?
Not with a 9.
Could that be a different check, a perception check?
No.
Well, I think it's safe to assume at this point that whatever we're against here also has weapons. But I think that's obvious considering their technology needed to hack the mining bots.
Where were the injuries on the bodies from these the lasers and the bullets? Like front, back, side?
I mean, I would say there doesn't really appear to be a pattern. Kind of wherever.
So front and back, so it could have been attacked from either side.
Yeah, both the
Surrounded.
bite and claw and firearm wounds. There isn't like some front, some back.
So we have to assume we're either fighting against other humans or aliens that know how to use weapons.
Well, the third potential scenario here is some accidental friendly fire.
Right. True. I feel like that's not something that should have been hidden, but I guess I don't know. I don't know the circumstances of why it would have been hidden. Wouldn't you want to get somebody who's shooting people in the back, like, punished in some way?
Well, chances are they died.
What if it's not accidental? What if they're
That's true.
telepathic
No one
aliens or
survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They could have been controlled in some way, if that's even possible.
those miners in the video, I assume I shared this earlier, looked really strange. I don't know why when they were coming back out of the Vortite vault. I can't tell you what was strange, but something was weird.
Could they have some sort of camouflaging technology or masks or something that they can make
You
them
said
look like us?
Langley was with them, though, right?
Yeah,
What did he look like?
didn't notice anything off about him.
Interesting.
Weren't you there?
Yeah, but I wasn't watching everything he was doing.
Okay. All right. And then I wanna have Terrell look at the bite marks and the claw marks. And I want to ask him if he thinks that those could be those dog lizards. Do they look similar enough, or you think it's another animal?
It seemed like it's all like robots and not aliens and that kind of thing. And weren't we sent? Concord Station tell us to come here to look at the aliens. So like, he doesn't. How's these messages getting crossed here?
Is he drunk?
I'm confused at what you're saying. Can you
Yeah, what are you
elaborate?
asking?
You have bite marks and things, but you also have things that are clearly from robots, right?
No.
I don't know about robots.
There's bite marks and then bullets and lasers.
Yeah,
Aliens,
claw marks,
lasers, and
bites.
bullets, and things.
Yeah, we don't know that part.
Yeah, nobody you've
Yeah.
talked to has mentioned anybody getting shot.
I just wanted you to see if you could tell if the claw marks or the bite marks were possibly those dog lizards that we saw earlier, or if you think they could be something bigger, smaller, something you know of, something
Make
you've
a
seen
life
before.
science xenobiology check. Well, all these low rolls mean that when you guys get into a fight next, you're probably going to roll well. So that's probably a
Sure,
good.
hope so.
So what was described to you was that the people had been bitten, slashed, and ripped apart. And nobody's ripped apart in this video. At least it doesn't look that way. And also the slashes and bites look smaller than what you were expecting to see, Terrell. But at the same time, none of it looks like ripples.
None of it looks like what?
None of it looks like ripples.
Brindles.
Gotcha.
That's what Stone was asking about. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like it was Brindles.
Okay, that's good to know. Or bad to know, I guess, depending how you look at it.
Are those other lizards? What were they called? Are they known to attack?
Sindles are little
Sindles.
little dudes.
Littler than
Like-
the bite claw marks of these.
They're like newts.
Okay, so really little.
So not them, probably.
Probably not them.
Okay.
Okay. Curious if these are the bite claw marks that they're thinking is like bear-like, because that doesn't really check out based on the markings, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it. Bear sized. Like
So there's
described, like they had described like grizzly bear.
okay. So we know there's some either misinterpretation or miscommunication going on.
Or just a lot of different creatures.
A lot more creatures than they thought there were. Do we know what the profession of all of the dead and missing people were? Were there mostly miners, or were there anything else that stands out among the dead?
Yeah, I don't have a full list of all of them, but let's see. I know it's unlikely to not come up with 28 fucking names. All right.
Just want to figure out if they're targeting a specific group of people here.
Okay, so what you have is the body logs. You don't have the staff logs. So in the body logs would only report the dead people, so it doesn't report who the living people are. So I'm just gonna kind of go through. It's gonna seem kind of random because I don't have them sorted very well, but you've got Station Director Dr. Helena Moreau, Deputy Director Elias Kwan, Lead Geologist and Chief Scientist Dr. Malcolm Reyes, Lead Biologist Dr. Mary Lennox, Vortite Analysis Lab Lead Dr. Yelena Mikolov, Dr. The guy who ran the power core was Chief Dr. Isaac Kaputsky. There's a note there that you didn't notice before that I'll give you in a minute. Mining Director Horace Jansen. And everybody else is miners and scientists with various jobs.
No security personnel on there?
Oh, yeah, and security people.
And security, okay.
Yeah, just kind of a... Most of the other dead people are miners. But, would say there'd be like 3 other security people. And, some number of scientists.
More scientists than expected.
For Kaputsky, it notes for all these people, it says, killed by aliens. For Kaputsky, it says killed by aliens / power surge.
I like the name.
Yeah.
Kaputski.
Putski. Yeah.
Well, you knew he was gonna die.
Okay.
Where'd
Also-
Kaputski go? He went Kaputski.
You mean the black doctor wearing a red shirt?
So this is definitely more complicated than I thought before, and seemingly a lot worse than I thought before.
His assistant's
So-
still alive. She was a white teenage virgin.
But she falls a lot.
Anything else anybody wants to look at on these logs before we call it a night? Does it show where the, or to say where the buried bodies are outside the base? I know the bodies section mentions it, but does
Yeah.
it say where that is?
This is a
Okay.
spot. I don't have a spot specifically on the map, but you could find it. Yeah.
I'll mention that to
Spend a little
Thorne since
time
he
on
seemed
this next time, Joe.
What?
Maybe spend a little time on this before we play
Yeah.
next.
Well, there was some stuff that I didn't decide in advance on purpose because I wanted to be able to be flexible. Like if I needed other people that I needed to create and say they'd always existed, I could do that kind of thing.
Right. Just busting your balls.
What do you guys want to do the next day? I have a couple things on my list.
Well, I have to go shopping and wash the car.
I want to look at the staff logs to see if any of these people that were dead were targeted for some particular reason. We need to look at the Pantheris information, whatever he got,
Yep.
and then our next trek out there should be to check. You guys never asked about the nest, the guy that saw the nest or whatever, so we should talk to him. And then,
I think he's dead, isn't he?
no, we decided he's not dead, right, Joe?
You haven't been told that he's dead.
Right, because we were like, oh,
So
everyone,
that-
all the miners are dead, but then you were like, oh, this miner that saw it is alive. Instead, you like made it up on the spot.
Yeah, he's alive.
So we have to talk to him, and then we have to decide what site we want to go to next, because I think there's going to be a lot of information to get from the other sites.
Well, shouldn't we be looking for the missing, presumed dead?
I would imagine they're somewhere on the way or at the sites, right? I think those are a good starting point.
The missing
Yeah.
presumed dead are the 8 people that are supposed to be at whichever place I said, Scarpfall.
Scarpfall, yeah.
Remember, they got attacked. They radioed it in. We're under attack. Ah! Like, yeah, well, they're all dead. We're not going there.
That gets my vote.
Going out and looking for them.
Yeah.
Scarpfall, you mean?
Yep.
Okay, well, we can do some of this other stuff in the morning before we head out.
Yeah. See what Montgomery wants to do.
Yeah. He's already sleeping. He just passed out in the chair.
Ow.
He hasn't been listening.
He's doing that honk you, me.
Yeah.
There's a feather that he's blowing up into the air.
I put a blanket on him and then I go to bed.
He's clearly bricked up, so I don't want to wake him up.
Or does he just like sleeping in a tent? I don't know.
He's sleeping in a tent on the roof. Not gonna be any solar
Alright.
flares at night. All right. In the morning, Stone, you look out the window and Thorn's outside in the thong, listening to Biggie washing the rover.
Oh, I thought that was a joke. Good for him.
Smoking a cigar.
Yeah, he's got a cigar.
Just wearing a thong. That's it.
Hot pig thong.
Wait a minute.
And then Stone wakes up from a dream.
Oh, it's good.
Bricked up.
Thorn's in the corner watching him.
Yeah,
What
He's
does
got a
bricked
big-
up mean?
tent on that blanket.
Massive
Oh.
boner.
Okay.
Yeti's trying to get my cheeks.
Yeti. Dude, this is some good.
Messed up. All right, so where does each person want to go next? I mean, I'm happy to spend, even if you wanted to, the rest of today's session just talking to people at Concord Station, and then next time, so don't worry about taking too long here. I'm good with that, because when you first got here, you didn't look around at all. So this is kind of like,
Right.
I expected you to look around a little bit, go and do a thing, come back and look around more. So this is almost like doing double duty here. So I'm fine if we take a while. Nate's good at double duty.
Wait.
I want to check out, see where I could find the staff logs.
So
Okay.
would we all wake up together? Kind of, or no?
You're the boss.
Yeah, you're the boss.
Yeah, when are we
When
supposed
does
to be up
everybody
by?
wake up?
So we all wake up together. And I just want to get with everyone. Hey, so hey, what was on that tablet? I saw some of the stuff there, Stone. You guys have a plan for what you want to do?
Somewhat. We need to check out the staff logs. I
Uh-huh.
there's a
So
lot
that's gonna
of
be-
important people dead.
That's going to be back to the command center. You didn't ask for that, so all he had given you was the logs
Okay.
about the attacks. So
Yeah, the incident
That's where you're
report.
going. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Just going to
Uh,
move people as they make decisions.
Yeah, Thorn. What's on your mind, man? What you got?
I'm just ready to go. Just ready to go.
Maybe-
So you said you wanted to get stuff, so I'll move you to the storage depot if you don't have anywhere else you wanted to.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
Oh, check out the Panthera.
Theris.
Panteras.
Pantera.
Pantera.
Oh,
yeah.
actually, I would go with Ryan. With Bell.
There's like there's a band. Pantera.
so the
just
two of
fucking
them-
getting down.
So the two of you go to Panera.
I feel like the soups are just microwaved here. I don't think they're cooking them.
You're out of freaking avocado.
I'm fine with that. I love their soup. I don't care if it's microwave.
I would
I think one of those lemonades that kills me. Thank you.
I want to go to the cryo sleep bay.
Cryo sleep. Yeah, and we'll say the cryo sleep bay. They have grimace shakes.
I fucking knew it. I'm so excited.
I don't know if you guys saw any of those videos that when the grimace shake came out.
No, but I know the shit.
The videos were people like they tried the grimace shake and then like they'd like disappear and there'd be like a video of them and it's like just insane, like they were on meth or something, just like
Oh yes, I do
covered in
remember that
purple,
actually.
just like crazy videos. People,
I do remember that now.
Like,
All
I
right.
don't think we have an alien problem here.
Terrell, anywhere?
I want to go to P, the server and data core.
Okay. All right, Vermis.
I'm really interested in looking at the video from the Pantheris.
Okay. Just going to
So that's what I want to look at.
Okay, and Gibbs.
I'll try and find the guy who saw the nest.
There you go.
Okay, so since he wasn't at the mining control center before, you would go to the central research hub. And within the central research hub are the various scientific labs. And so there's the geology and geography lab, the biology lab, the vortite analysis lab, and the energy studies lab. So I'm gonna do Gibbs first here. So Gibbs, you go to the geology and geography lab, and when you get there, there is a man in a lab coat who appears to be analyzing some data on a data pad. And when you walk in, he says, "Oh, hello, you must be one of the exterminators. I'm Dr. Aaron Vance."
Hey, I am Gibbs. Call me Gibbs.
Okay, Gibbs, how can I help you?
I'm actually looking for someone who might have seen a nest at one of the mining stations. I wanted to talk to them.
Ah, yes. You are talking about Grillo, Shane Grillo. He is here. He shouts, "Grillo! Someone here to see you." This guy comes out. He's a redheaded man with a beard. And he says, "Oh, hello there. I'm Grillo. I'm the one who saw the nest."
Hi, Grillo. I'm Gibbs. I was just hoping you could tell me a little bit more about what you saw.
Well, I mean, it didn't see much, and I guess I can't be sure it was a nest. So we went out to mine, and we saw the place in shambles when we got there. The aliens had apparently attacked it while we were away, so we left. We skedaddled right out of there. We left immediately, and on the way back, I was scared. So I was looking through my binoculars, checking out the distance to make sure nothing was coming for us, and I saw a strange formation. It wasn't until we got back that I realized that it must have been some kind of alien nest. At first, I thought it was some weird collection of boulders, but I thought about it more and realized I'd never seen it before. So, even if it was boulders, somebody put it there. Plus, that kind of thing doesn't happen on Orith due to the gravity shifts. Everything tends to scatter, so you don't end up with clumps of rocks like that, except, of course, at the lowest points, but there is no low point there. They also kind of seem to be arranged intelligent, not random. So I thought it must be an alien nest.
Was there anything that stood out about the location where this nest was?
No, I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere.
So you don't think there was anything that would be beneficial from having set up a nest there?
Nothing we know of. I mean, we haven't finished all of our vortite scans, so it's possible there's a collection of vortite there.
And you think it was a nest, but you didn't see anything other, any activity other than the strange looking formations.
I didn't see any movement. If I had, I would have said something before we got back. I only mentioned it when we got back because I pondered it and realized that what I saw shouldn't have been there.
Do you think you would be able to mark this place on a map for me?
Absolutely. And it is on your Oreth map already. But now you guys actually know where everything on the map is.
Okay, the nest one. Okay.
The rocks on the map there, the little circles, that means it's rough terrain.
Okay.
If you zoom in close, you can tell that I drew those little circles.
Oh God.
Damn, he sure did.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't draw all of them because I turned it into a pattern, so I drew.
But no, I can see it. I can see the
You
pattern.
drew all of those?
You just say you
So
drew
Yes.
all of them.
If you can see the pattern if you kind of look at it. Yeah. Same thing with the shallow water. Drew the.
Cool.
That's really all I got.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to ask you at the moment, but thanks for sharing what you know.
Vance says to you, "You're going to get them, right? You're going to get rid of the aliens."
That's the plan.
Okay, we're all counting on you.
Has there been anything else? So everyone is pretty convinced there's other life forms here.
Other life forms is in what? I mean, there's us,
Like
there's the
aliens?
and then there's like there's the local wildlife.
Okay. Um. Okay. All right. Well, thanks.
You're very welcome. Let us know if you need anything else.
I will. Thank you. Bye.
That is Gibbs. I move everybody. I didn't move that before. Sorry. Then I move everybody again. Okay, that's Gibbs. So I guess we'll just go. We'll go, I guess, in order of who's closest to the living quarters. So Montgomery is next. Montgomery went to the cryosleep bay. Okay,
I did. I seen it out
That's
the
a-
back, and I just wanted to
that's a
cruise
shot
over
in the
there.
dark.
But,
You go to the cryosleep bay and the lights are off.
I try to turn the lights on.
Yeah, you open the door, you walk in, you turn the lights on. There are 8 cryosleep pods, and there's nobody in any of them.
Well, this was a waste of time. Do I see anything else or nothing?
No, just
the
nobody here.
empty pods.
Yep.
All right. I will. Give me 1 second here. Let me look here. What is that letter? Oh. I would probably head up to. Is that B? Wherever Thorn is, or not Thorn? Sorry, Stone.
Sure. Yeah, you walk out and you see like a person over here that was walking toward
Okay.
you. And
okay.
when she sees you walk out, she turns and heads north instead.
I stop and go, and try to follow her.
Okay.
I will
Um,
I will run. Matter of fact, until
You run.
Fucking
I
sprint.
want to run up to a point. Like I want to be sneaky, but I don't want her to know that I'm chasing
you
her.
want to you want to sprint sneakily.
Exactly.
He wants to stalk her.
Okay.
How do I?
So you
how do I do this?
you sneak as fast as you can the length of 2 football fields.
I wonder. I would sprint to like that position and then try to
You get
take a
to
peek
there.
and see where she is.
Okay, and you look,
He's
and
good
you
at
don't
this.
and you don't see her. But given how fast you went, she must have gone into either one of these 3 buildings.
Okay, well, I would enter the galley and quickly look around.
Make a census perception check.
Okay, census. Okay. 2d6. Oh, my thing's not here. I think it's just 2d6. I'm not proficient in just looking around, right? Okay, yeah.
Hey, failure! You get a XP point. You don't see her in here.
Proficiency is add 1d6. Oh, I should have added +3 to that.
Oh,
my bad.
Partial success.
Sorry about that.
So what happens is that. So what I was going to say with the failure was that you don't find her, and you get drawn into a conversation, and you end up staying here for too long, and now you have no idea where she is. With a partial success, that still happens, but you're sure she's not here.
Okay.
So you succeed. You succeed in that now you know she isn't in this building. But
okay.
If she had gone into one of the other 2, it took you long enough that you don't know where she is.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Gives right there as well. Okay, so that's your turn.
Okay.
Stone, you get in, and you see that the door is locked and there's no one at the reception desk again.
Fuck. I'll see if my clearance works. I only have medium, but I'm sure that's
It does not.
high. Okay, I'll call Montgomery and see if he's around. Hey, boss, you anywhere close to the command center? I forgot I need clearance.
It sounds like he's running.
Yeah, well, are you okay?
Yeah, I was just.
You need help?
I was just talking to somebody and chasing. I mean, all right. What's up? I'm good. I'm over at the galley.
All right. If you got a minute, could you unlock the command center door for me?
Whew. Yes.
No rush. Take your breath. But
no, I'm good. I'm gonna make my way over to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So he's sitting there, and it's just it's the elevator music playing. Oh man, the elevator music I have.
Okay.
All right, Terrell, you get to the server and data core. The door is locked. What's your clearance?
I want to say medium of some kind.
Medium of some kind.
You know, like medium rare.
Are you? Where is it? Get your information.
Where's clearance? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like with your breathing underwater speed right there.
Oh, there's medium
Okay.
of some kind.
That works. That works. You get in, and there's a guy in there. And he says, "Oh, hello. Who are you?"
I am Terrell, Dr. Caden Terrell. And
Oh, are you one of the exterminators?
no, I'm a technology whiz. I came here with the exterminators. Yes.
Okay. How can I help you?
I'm here to check up on Bellows here. Are you able to access Bellows?
Ah, yes, this is where his primary memory systems are stored. You want to access Bellows? In what
I'm just
manner?
checking some logs and seeing if there's any unusual activity that we need to be aware of. That's through that.
Well, I suppose you have authorization to do such a thing. None of the logs can leave this building, unfortunately, but you are welcome to access one of the terminals.
Yeah, no problem. I just want to look around. You have a spare data pad and a way for me to look around?
Yeah, the terminal I'm pointing at. You can go to that.
Oh, all right.
Okay, you go to the terminal.
Let me just check my ring.
So tell me, what do you want to look at?
I really just want to figure out if I could change my clearance.
Cool. That is going to be technology computers. This is a difficult check. No one has technically failed to check the entire night because Nate faked me out.
Yeah, I failed you. I'm sorry.
12. It's a partial success. So you are just about to get it changed to high.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Bellows, what's up?
I'm moderating the data core, and I've noticed that you are attempting to change your security clearance.
Yeah, the team leader asked me to look into something, and I don't have the right clearance for it.
Why don't you tell me what you're looking into, and maybe I can help with it?
No problem, Bellows. I'm trying to find out some things about the aliens. Pretty much, I'm looking to just look in the Concord Station's computer system and see what they got already.
I believe all the information that is known is already been shared with you and the rest of your team.
Well, I have a special skill set, and I kind of figure you may have missed some things, so I just want to go through and be absolutely sure I got everything.
Yeah, probably.
I understand. while I'm not authorized to allow you to change your security clearance, I can give you temporary access to the high clearance records within the data core. I'll do that right now. Would that be helpful?
What was that last sentence? Other than what? Would that be helpful?
Would that be helpful?
Yes, that's access to that would be great.
All right, you've been given temporary access to the records located within the data core. Have a nice day.
Thanks. Very nice.
Okay. So for the duration of your time in this room, you can treat it as though you have high clearance, because that's a partial success. Temporarily getting what you want.
Is there any way to transfer the data to a data transfer unit?
Oh, if only you had one.
I have one.
You do?
Yeah.
How did you get that?
I came here with it.
What's your fucking role? Exobiologist? Oh, maybe I did make that an everybody thing. Yeah. All right. Sure. What are you taking?
All the files I can that relate to that.
Awesome. Takes you a while, but you succeed. And everybody else, you don't know that he's done this, so I don't want to hear any bullshit later. You asking him questions about it. Good.
Okay.
If anybody tries to trick him later, pretending that he already told you or something like that, you lose an experience.
All right.
Fine. All right. Is there anything else you want to do, Chris, other than that?
No, just get away scot-free, that's all.
Yeah, he wants to get away scot-free.
Mr. Scot-free.
Okay. Mr. Scot-free. Okay, Thorn, Bell, and Vermis. You guys are at the robot. And the Pantheris. It's fully charged. Bell, you've already passed the check for this, so you go over, you open up the panel, you stick the wire in, it goes in its butthole. And the cord is shaped like a penis, and you have to wrap it around your waist.
Oh God.
Hold on. Let me get it right.
I missed. Hold on.
Oh, let me stick it in again.
Is it in yet?
No, not quite.
Anyway, you get access to the video. And you want to specifically look at what happened when it was with Stone, right?
Yes, when I went to fight. Yeah.
Okay.
When it ran away from us.
Okay, so he's watching Stone examine the Jeep, and in the recording you can hear Stone saying, well, it seems like this thing works perfectly fine, but like in the video you can see that all the tires have obviously been slashed because he failed that check, so he didn't notice that the tires were slashed. And then you can't hear it or whatever, but like in the recording, there's a notification that the Pantheris can hear paw steps approaching from the east, and a series of commands runs through the thing to investigate. And so it sprints off and climbs up the hill. When it gets to the top of the hill, it peeks its head over. And in the distance, he can see 4 alien life forms. The system then rules out all the local known wildlife and then determines that the animals are neither humans nor robots. At that point, the programming indicated that he should terminate them, given the instructions that I forgot his name. Not Bootlip, the other guy.
Vaughn?
Not Vaughn. The other guy that was with you.
Lee?
Not Langley. Sidorov, yeah, Sidorov. Thank you.
Sidorov.
Yes, Sidorol.
Cigarette.
I mean, he gave me enough. Sidorov.
Problem is I wrote it down and I didn't write everything clear.
I have it written here.
Yep. He wrote SDOV.
I kind of did actually too. SITEROV.
It's SIDOROV.
Not too far off actually.
Supposed to had the S.
Yeah. So his programming indicates he should terminate them. In the video, you know that these are obviously 4 brindles, and they don't notice what do we call them? 172.
A1.
When he charges them, they immediately begin to run away. He catches up to them, so the one in the back stops and turns to fight, effectively sacrificing itself. A172 fights it. It scratches him a few times, but the systems indicate that that the robot isn't really taking any real damage. He easily kills it, and then at that point, the sensors pick up the sound of gunfire, so it leaves the body and runs back to you guys. And then by the time it gets back, the gunfire has ended, so it returns to the spot that it had been in when it detected the sounds. And that's where it sat and waited for you.
All right. At least we know we weren't being stalked by people. Doesn't really help us, though.
No.
It seems in the recording that the Brindles must not have known you were there, because they were caught completely off guard.
Right. And it confirms that no one was with them.
Which may be a stranger answer than what you were thinking. Right?
Yeah.
Might be somebody's pet, but it does make a lot of sense.
I mean, and if they were doing some sort of patrol, I think it's a little strange that they would all just immediately start running away. But at the same time, I guess maybe their job could be to report back potentially and not engage. I don't know how you train that though. I'm no animal expert.
Travis is meanwhile letting his dogs out. You go check the tree line, and then you report back.
And then you can go pee.
While you're out there, bring me that straw.
Have you guys seen the video of Shane Gillis talking about that one guy there? That remember that terrorist guy that they killed with that drone? Like
Yes.
they flew off his wall and they killed Shane Gillis. They're like, so these guys in the middle of the night they blow the wall off his house, and 10 dogs wearing goggles run into his room, and then they kill him with a robot, and then they make fun of him for crying about it. It's like, you wake up in the middle of the night.
Are you talking about Osama bin Laden?
No,
it was
What was it?
last year.
Abu Dhabi, was it?
Yeah, whatever is like, yeah.
He cried like a. He cried like a. What do you say?
Like a dog.
You wake up. You wake up in the middle of the night in the Paw Patrol.
He got killed by Paw Patrol.
Fucking all these dogs and then a robot.
And a robot.
God. Yes, that was hilarious.
They're making
By the way,
fun
I
of
love
me
it.
for crying. Anyway.
Very good.
Oh, not much with A1. That was it.
All right. So you guys finish up. Terrell finishes up. Stone's waiting. Montgomery then starts coming back. And Montgomery, you see Gibbs on your way.
Gib, how's it going?
Good. I talked to the guy that saw the nest.
Oh, really? What happened?
It didn't get too much information. He marked it on a map. But basically, you know, he thinks he saw a nest, but no movement or anything. Just some odd-looking formations that aren't natural to this planet.
Sure, but you have a location.
Yep.
You think we should check it out? Then yeah, I think so. I mean, is what he said, you know, seem legit?
It seems it makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we
Be
should
good to check out.
maybe we should all meet up. What are you planning on doing right now?
I didn't have any plans.
I'm heading over to see Stone if you want to tag along. I'm gonna try to grant him access.
Sure.
And then I think we all should get together and maybe check out that nest.
Yeah.
Let's cruise.
Woo.
So you guys head over there, and when you get over there, you see Terrell coming out of the data thing.
Terrell!
What's
I
up?
say over the headset. Has anyone seen Austin today?
She wasn't sleeping with us.
I have not.
In the
Hey Terrell, what's up,
background-
man? What's
in the
going
background
on?
behind Thorn,
Oh.
there's a pair of eyes in the dark.
You get chills.
They're crossed.
They're crossed.
Cross-eyed.
But as it zooms in to show
hell?
the eyes, it refocuses on Thorn's neck. He's got 2 puncture wounds on his lower neck.
Oh no.
Wait
He's a
minute.
vampire.
Son of a bitch.
And he scratches it like, Okay. Well, you guys calling Terrell over? Is Terrell coming or not?
Yeah, Terrell, hey. What's up, man? What's going
I
on?
was just
Come
I was checking
on
if
over.
Bellows had any alien information, but I guess it's just whatever they told us before.
Ah. Okay. We're headed in here real quick. We do want to meet up. You want to come with us right now, and then we can go meet up with the rest and make a plan for the day.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll follow you.
All right, cool. So we cruise up in here to Stone.
Okay. You go in.
Meet up.
You go in. You beep your thing. You go in the hall down to Langley's office, and he's in there again. And he's like he's on his walkie when you walk in, and he's saying, "Yeah, I know I don't have to do it, but I'll be right there to take over for you. I know it's a lot trying to man that place by yourself." And like he hangs up and he sees all of you and goes, "Oh, hey, what's going on? You got more questions?"
Yeah, I wanted to see if we could check out your staff logs. I'd like to learn a little bit more about the people that you've lost and the people that are still here.
You think that's relevant? Like they're hunting specific people?
I don't know, but I want to know as much as possible. There may be something in there, it may be pointless, but I'd still like to check it out.
He goes, "All right. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm not going to question your methods." He
Good.
holds his hand out for the data pad.
Okay, I'll hand it to him.
Okay. And presses a bunch of buttons, gives it back to you. And he says, I'm headed over to the communications array. Grant needs a nap.
Oh, Olivia.
All right, thank you.
I probably shouldn't leave you all in here alone. So
Why?
you want to just follow me out? Well, because
what's the matter?
Because I'm supposed to be in charge, and
Oh, you're
guess I
definitely
don't-
in charge of this space. Yes, you are.
I guess I don't really know if I have the authority to just leave you guys in the command center with no supervision at all. So
Fair enough. We'll follow you out.
Yeah, follow.
so you guys follow out, and you can stay in the lobby or walk out or whatever. But then he leaves and heads up to the communications array. On the tablet, whose access are you putting in for this?
Mine, Montgomery.
Okay. So
Let me see that
without a roll, the staff logs show the dead people marked as dead. Every entry has a photo, a brief description of their Nebula Corporation history, and a list of their duties and clearances. So whoever's looking through this to try to like find interesting information is going to have to make a it can either be senses perception or it can be technology computers. And I want to remind Nate of his special proficiency.
Right. Do
I'll
any
roll.
of you guys have proficiencies in that stuff?
I have proficiency in perception.
Okay, and I can help you, assist you.
All right, assist me. Let's
What
do
is
this.
What the hell's it called?
Help?
I'm looking. Yeah, help.
What
It's just help.
Okay.
do I
So
get for your help?
Okay, so what happens is that
Thank you for reminding me of that, by the way.
that Montgomery makes a perception check with proficiency, so row 3d6.
6. Okay. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, so you succeed. So you get a +1, Travis, on your check.
Okay.
That's good.
So it's 3d6 plus 2.
Oh, see, good thing you had the +2. Otherwise, that would have been a partial.
Yeah.
Now, for my roll, was I supposed to add my ability modifier as well
Yeah.
to senses?
Yes.
Damn. So that was 18.
Yeah, I didn't bother because all you needed
But-
was a 10.
I just want to make sure for future. Okay. Cool.
Helping is always a basic check.
Okay.
But you get to add your proficiency, and you're the only one who can.
Sweet.
So, like, if Travis were helping with proficiency, he is proficient in it. He doesn't get to use the third dice because he's not making a perception check. He's making a help check. So that's the advantage you have. You get to roll an extra die that nobody else could when they're helping.
Super badass.
So here's what you notice with that. Out of the 60 people, 51 of the pictures were taken on Orith. All 9 of the pictures that were taken not on Orith are dead people, and 5 of those 9 had leadership positions. I'm going to post that because it's maybe hard to follow.
Mine. Thank you.
The 5 dead people with leadership positions we've already mentioned tonight are those people. There are still there are there are also dead leaders who did have Orth photos. So I'll post that too. Okay.
Yep.
But then when you dig deeper into the information using the higher clearance level that Montgomery has, you note that there have been significant changes to the logs. You can't see who changed them or what exactly the changes were, but all 60 logs were edited in some way.
Okay.
Which logs are these again?
Staff logs.
Okay.
I don't want
Look
to
at
ask
it to see.
Langley.
See if I can figure out who changed it.
Make
I want to do that.
Yeah, make
Is he with us
a technology. Oh, is he with you? No, he's not with
So I'm wondering.
No, I'm not.
you. And then Thorn, Bell, and Vermis walk up.
There you go.
And you bring them up to speed, and now Bell makes a technology computers check. This is a difficult check. It is a partial success. You aren't able to determine who changed it. You are able to determine that you would only be able to access that information with very high.
Well, if it was done recently, it has to be Langley because we know that there's no one else with high clearance like him. Since he just told us that he was the only one that could access that hallway.
Well, you go to Langley's entry and you see that he has high clearance, which is the same as Montgomery.
Montgomery has high, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Montgomery has high, Langley has high. Langley does not have very high.
Oh, okay. So it's somebody that's not
Somebody's got
known
highest.
to have very high.
So probably
You look through it a little bit more and you see that only 2 people had very high clearance, which is the station director and the lead geologist. They were the only 2 with very high.
very high. Is that the same as highest, Joe?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Highest.
Okay.
So and they're dead, right? Or supposedly dead?
That's what the logs say.
Okay. Does it say when they were changed or edited?
The logs are edited though, right?
There's just a marking that says that they have been edited. You can only see because you've put high clearance in.
Okay.
Very strange.
Yeah, something's going on here. Somebody's hiding something.
Yeah, I think somebody might have higher clearance, and we just don't. they might have added that they are dead, or like they might be hiding around here somewhere. Oh, no, it's just a thought.
Yeah, there's some shit going on.
Is it possible that the computer did it?
Bellows?
Yeah.
It's not impossible. I don't.
Is there a way we can look into that? Any of our who's on my team here?
I mean, you guys have already done every role you can
Let me see here
to figure out.
There are microphones in every room. Bellows, can you hear me?
Where are you right now? Are you outside?
Thought we were in the lobby.
Command center.
I don't know.
We're in
Are
like the
you guys
reception
in-
area.
Are you guys in the reception area, or are you outside?
Yeah, we're still in the reception area, as far as I know.
Okay, so everyone's in the reception area. You say that, there is no response.
I'm gonna go to the med bay.
How convenient.
What
Can we say it through the? Can we say it
I'm
through
just a
the
little-
headpiece?
A little sore.
All right.
You say it into your headpiece, the bellows.
Some icy hot.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Can you hear us, Bellows?
Yes, how can I help you?
Ooh.
Bell, you can talk to him.
Bellows, how many microphones do you have at the station? Or how do you monitor activity here?
I don't exactly understand that question. There are microphones in all the communication devices.
Okay, so just but no ambient microphones in the various rooms.
The only ambient microphones are connected to the several security cameras located around the station, though there aren't many of them.
Bellows, who edited these personnel logs?
You're talking about the staff logs?
Yes.
Let me take a look.
I was looking for like a sound effect, but I couldn't find anything quick enough. Hold on.
I got nothing. Skibidi bibidi boop.
Jeez.
It would appear that the last edits to the staff logs were made by Station Director Dr. Palama.
You didn't.
However, it seems as if the edits happened after her death.
Can you tell where the edits were made from?
That information is not
That information is what?
recorded.
Gotcha. What? When was it? You could tell it was made after her death. Can you tell me exactly when the changes were made?
The changes were made 6 days ago.
Just after we arrived.
You've been here for a day.
I was gonna say, what do you mean after?
That was me. So
Yeah, my brain is like, what? It was just before the attack or the lost communication with the one mining site.
And I want to make two things clear. Number one, Bellows isn't like the computer on Star Trek. He communicates to you through radios. And number two, I thought it was funny that Stone didn't try to just buzz Langley and say, "Hey, let me in." Because, like, he has a radio. He said many times, "If you need me, just give me a ring."
That's fair. But I was also kind of hoping he wasn't there, to be honest.
Sure.
He seems suspicious.
Yeah, I'm suspicious of him, but I don't really have
Me
any
too.
reason yet.
I don't know about.
I'm
the
only
Bello.
mildly suspicious. I'm just not sure. I need to learn more before I can be sure. Bellows, can you look at the other logs we have? Are you able to see if there's been any tampering with the other files, the removal of files, or changing of files?
Before we move to the next files, can you tell us what was changed in these personnel files? Was it like the same
point.
field for everybody, or
I'm locked out from that information.
but isn't that information in you?
I am not the logs.
You also mentioned that the person or whoever made the changes that's not recorded, or is that just something you don't know? Because that seems odd that wouldn't be recorded.
The person who made the changes is Dr. MRL. The information that was not recorded is where the changes were made from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you just not have sufficient clearance to know what changes were made?
I would suppose that's one way of putting it. I have been specifically denied access to that information.
If you could be human for one day, what would you do?
So, unlike ChatGPT, which just answered the question in the way it knew you wanted it to answer, because it doesn't have opinions.
Right.
This virtual intelligence is advanced enough that it is a person.
Damn.
Like it has
Gangster.
its own. We went over that. God damn it! We went over. He's a tier whatever.
Yes, you're right. I remember now.
We went over it. Damn it!
God damn it, Nate.
Whatever.
And so,
God damn it!
now, so that's what I want to say is: are you sure you want to ask it this question?
No, I'm not sure. Actually, I was just fucking around, and then you really made me
I
worried.
would spend all day eating licorice and fucking.
Eating licorice and fucking.
What's bugging?
All right. No, I was just joking around. Let's keep moving on.
What is your clearance, Bellows? Computer
That's
clearance.
complicated.
Who
I'm
gives
really
you your
biased.
clearance? Is it our leaders on the space station?
Nebula Corporation High Command.
I wonder if we can get them to give him higher clearance so we can figure out what's going on here. Shouldn't they be able to do that if they really want to figure out what's going on here?
They
I
should
feel like
be
they would
able
have done
to.
it. I feel like they would have given higher clearance to people down here at all already if they wanted to.
Maybe your next
Those
message,
changes have to be made manual.
Yeah, next message.
manual.
Shit, I'll send a message now.
Yeah, send them a message and see if they can give us higher
For
clearance.
security purposes, the systems cannot be changed remote. Those kinds of changes can only be made manual.
The man.
Manual says someone of
Montgomery,
higher
can you
clearance.
Get your clearance raised. I mean, it seems
Well,
critical.
I'm sorry. Did I hear that they wouldn't be able to raise his clearance from?
Not remotely. They'd have to
Away?
send somebody to do it.
Got it.
So we're out of luck there.
You notice anything strange about those two miners that dropped off the Vortite last time they had a shipment, Bellows?
According to the video records, they handle the delivery of the Vortite according to standard delivery procedures. Why do you think there was something off about?
Didn't they say there was distortion on their faces?
Yeah, so they say not to Bellows. Yeah, something was weird with their faces.
Would you, Bello, be able to determine if there was any nanite technology being used at that time?
I don't have the sensors to be able to do that. Now that you bring it up, I've looked into the Vorpite logs, and it appears that the delivery was excluded from the Vorpite logs. That seemed to have been an oversight.
Wait, what?
Yeah, can you say that again?
The Vorpite logs do not mark the delivery, even though they certainly entered the vault and placed a standard crate within the vault, which I can
Right.
only assume was Vorpite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
knew
you were
that.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, the guy
can you-
forgot to log it.
Can you access the vehicle bay? Wouldn't the Vortite have been delivered through the vehicle bay? Can you access those security cameras?
Mm.
No, they drove their rover directly from the Mara Delta to the vault.
Hmm. We haven't gone in the vault yet, have we?
No.
No.
You might want to check that out too.
Yeah.
Only Langley has access, right?
Yeah, but he should give us access, right? If he wants to actually help us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't be willing to show us the vault.
Now that you know that high clearance is enough, you know that Montgomery could get in.
Oh, it's high clearance. Gotcha.
Okay.
Although it's been made clear to you that from Vaughn that you're supposed to inform Vaughn before you do that.
Right.
He told you that.
Yeah. Just radio Vaughn before you head over.
Where do we want to go? I'm sorry, I missed that last.
The vault. The Vortite vault.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna go get patched up quick.
Okay. We can all meet there, and if anyone needs to do anything else.
Yeah, I want Bellows to check out the other logs I have to see if there's been any deleting of files or changing of files or tampering of any kind.
Oh, yeah, there were other questions. He would say that he checked over everything else and there doesn't appear to be any other edits.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, where are people
Alright.
going?
I'm going to Med Bay.
I'd like to check out the vault.
Yeah, I'm gonna head
Yeah,
to the
vault.
vault as well.
Yeah, vault for me too.
Gibbs should come with us too.
Vault.
Yeah,
She's the rock lady.
Gibbs, Stone,
Oh.
Montgomery, Terrell, Vermis. You gonna come with us?
Radio Vaughn. Let him know.
Vermis is coming with us.
Heading over there.
Okay, so all of you except Thorn.
Thorn, we're headed
Seems
to
that
the
way.
vault. Once you're good, man, meet us over here.
Copy.
Cool.
Okay, so let's just do whatever Thorn's going to do and then end it for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, I just.
Is there anything you're doing other than getting healed, Thorn?
No.
Okay, so he can heal you for 3.
Sweet. Thanks, bud.
Wipes his mouth. Huh.
Do you know how to add the hit points?
Guess I need to go get healed.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Jesus Christ.
He's
You
dead.
click in the box and you type +3, hit enter.
I forgot the plus.
All right. Yeah, so we'll do next time with you guys at the Vortite Vault.
Okay.
And then I'm going to plan on you guys going to the storage depot to load up on supplies
Mhm.
And then I think what you guys need to do before we end for the night is tell me where you're going next, so I can prep that. So I kind of need a final decision on where you're going when you leave.
When we
I
leave
think-
the station,
Yeah. I think we should go to Scrapefall or Scarpfall to see if we can find any survivors, because that's where the missing miners are, correct?
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, they haven't found out. No one's gone there since, as far as I know.
How many
So
days
yeah.
has that been?
5 days.
You really think there's going to be people alive?
Probably
Well, if
not.
there are, they need us more than ever.
Do you disagree? You think it's not worth it?
We know there's nobody at the other ones.
Right.
There, with
Yeah,
the mirror.
There
Yeah.
could be someone at this one.
True.
Yeah. I think we can all plan to just cruise to Scarp.
And it's eight people, I think, right? That are missing.
I think that's a good
Presumed
idea.
dead.
hmm
Correct.
So there should be some evidence, and if there's no evidence, that might even be more suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll help us in our case and while we're here.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So to Scarp Fall.
Okay, and then we got to vote for who gets the extra XP today.
The
So I know Jack and Ryan up.
What?
Jack and Ryan, what? They
Oh,
fucked?
level up.
They
fuck,
level up.
like mother.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was great.
they also leveled up.
They also
And
level
then
up.
anybody else would have to get 30 to hit level 5.
Travis sent me.
How many points did I get
Session?
again?
4?
Let me look.
You get 4.
There's a yeah. Okay. Dun, dun.
Yeah, Ryan, I messaged you earlier before
Yeah,
all that happened.
I brought up my cat girl picture that I had
Oh,
sent
yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
All hot and bothered.
What? What's happening here?
We got a hot mic.
Oh, my mic was on. Shit.
Oh my god.
Yo, man, send me
The
that
DMs
shit.
going
What are you talking about?
It's so funny, too, because it would take so long to explain what he's talking about. In the context of why he said it. Oh, man.
Okay. So Stone wins,
Oh, wow.
Nice.
and I also want to give Terrell 2 XP.
Nice.
Did anybody hit 30?
I'm at 29.
Ugh.
26.
11.
Did you get the 2 I just said, Chris? Is 27 after or before the 2?
Before what 2?
He just gave you extra 2. You also won.
Oh, I did?
Yep.
Well, you didn't also win, but you get 2.
Hey,
He gave
in
him
my
2
book,
for a
you
reason, but
won.
didn't say why.
Yeah, I gave him 2 XP for a reason. But didn't say why. So 2 of you ended up at 29. That's
Nice.
Let's see.
That was
Okay.
a fun sesh.
And so that should be what did I say? Ryan and
Jack.
Ryan and Jack.
Jack Ryan.
Right. Okay. Well, no fights again. You guys.
A lot of info.
We're scared,
Yeah.
Joe. Okay. No, that was good. That was a fun.
Learning about all the fuckery going on, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I look
I knew
forward to
Warren
our
should have
next
killed
session.
Langley when he had the chance.
Teresa will be back, and she won't know what the fuck's happening, and
I know.
fuck everything up.
She
It'll
doesn't.
be
She
great.
wouldn't know anyway, even if she was here.
You're right. You're right.
I don't know if I'm gonna be here next Sunday. I don't think I will.
Okay.
No,
That's sad.
I don't think I will either. Actually.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's when I'm going to Hershey.
Okay. Well,
Hershey Squirts?
just follow up by text because if we're missing 2 people, we're not going to play.
Yeah, I'll definitely be in Hershey.
Okay. Well,
Okay, so no
We
game
out.
next week.
Okay.
So plan on the week after that, okay, guys?
I guess I'll
Alright.
go do something Sunday too then.
I'm probably not
Yeah.
going to be here on the 6th, so just so you know.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
you won't.
Fuck.
Me neither on the 6th. It's 4th of
She'll be
July
in
week.
Colorado.
Oh no, we may have to take off a bunch of time.
Oh my god.
Well, we'll be able to hit the 29th, which is wait. Fuck, that's next week. Oh my god, it's already
Yeah.
the 22nd. Jesus Christ, this month is flying by.
Look at
I
me.
know.
Oh my god.
Actually, I don't.
Actually, don't know if I'll ever be able to play again.
What are you trying to say, Jack?
I think the 13th I might not be able to either.
Fuck.
I think that's when we go to.
Maybe we can get in the
California.
text and jump
one-
into maybe like a different day. Maybe that works for everybody.
Yeah. Well, especially the weekend that Monique's not going to be here anyway. We could play a different day.
She'll be gone July 4th through the 7th. That whole weekend.
Yeah. So maybe that
Of
maybe
October.
that week maybe that week we play the first.
July 4th through the 7th.
Instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
July 4th through the 7th of July. In July.
Okay, so we'll plan on
But
no
yeah.
for next week, and then after that
Figure out something.
we'll figure out something.
Yeah.
Maybe a day that we
Alright.
can all make it work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Well, thank
Alright,
you. Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye, everybody.